In Consumer Corner, we take a look at trends and products creating a buzz here in China. On today's show, we'll discuss a new form of microcredit offered to Chinese college students desperate for their own iPhones. China's fascination with Apple products is well documented, as are the instances when that obsession takes a decidedly unhealthy turn. One Chinese teenager made headlines when he sold a kidney on the black market to earn money for an iPad and an iPhone. There have been public threats of suicide when boyfriends purchase knockoff iPhones for their ladies, and many a temper tantrum on street corner over similar issues. Now, one credit company has made headlines with a controversial form of microcredit that lets university students get their hands on the coveted devices. According to statistics from consumer lending company Home Credit, more than 20,000 college students in the city of Wuhan have applied for the financing plans for buying iPhones, iPads, and other consumer electronics. The loans, totaling over 160 million yuan, nearly $26 million, have been issued through Home Credit China, a branch of a Netherlands-based financial group. Local media reports that the standards for obtaining a loan are extremely lax. Applicants can get approved within an hour after submitting their national ID cards and student ID cards to the loan company. In order to attract student customers, the company offered a wide variety of financing options with extremely low down payments. Students only need to pay 30% in down payment for iPhones and just 10 to 20% for other smartphones. To further streamline the approval process, the company also lowered ID requirements, accepting a wide range of identification documents, including China's household registration book, medical insurance cards, and even college admissions letters. Representatives at Home Credit said that students are allowed to take up to 36 installments to repay their loans. Those low monthly payments make the gadget wizardry of iPhones and iPads appear within reach for students from poor backgrounds. With finances a huge part of China's dating scene, the plans are attracting masses of status-conscious college students. But repayment mechanisms have shown a spotlight on both dodgy students and company practices that some see as baiting students into making purchases that they can't afford. To ensure prompt payment, Home Credit sends out reminders to customers 5 days before the due date every month. Customers face 1 yuan, around 16-cent penalties for each day payment is late. The lax ID requirements and low down payments have backfired when students who want to dodge repayment simply switch phone numbers or addresses. Home Credit reports that it has nearly 100 students on file with overdue loans within just a year of introducing the program. After multiple failed attempts to collect debts from the students, Home Credit filed reports with local financial authorities documenting the students' bad credit scores. China currently has laws on its books limiting the types of credit cards that can be issued to students. The country limits the credit to 1,000 yuan or $160 per month for student customers. However, the country has no laws on its books prohibiting private loan companies from lending to students. Local media and bloggers have brought up this comparison with traditional credit cards, arguing that the microcredit organizations are attempting to have it both ways. They know students will be tempted into purchasing the phones without their parents' knowledge, but at the end of the day, parents will almost certainly swoop in to pay off their children's debts and preserve their credit scores. The Wuhan Evening News polled 169 local college students, finding them almost unanimous in saying they wouldn't inform their parents of the loan in advance. Confirming the suspicions of many, the majority of students said they would also go to their parents for help when they couldn't pay the monthly allowances. This has led industry insiders to call for tighter restrictions on loan applications, including clauses requiring parental consent on the loans. China's internet community has been a buzz about the loan schemes and the social phenomena they represent. Weibo poster Indra Solar called the credibility of the loan companies into question. Quote, "The report says that small loan companies approve loans without doing background checks, but I'm pretty sure they charge higher interest rates too. Students are not like average consumers. They don't even qualify to apply for most credit cards." Another Weibo user implied that the problem lay in the way Chinese parents continue to financially support their children far into adulthood. Quote, "Most people take out loans to buy homes or cars when they're making their own money, but these students borrow money from their parents to pay for expensive phones. It's okay to love iPhones, but they should realize that they are adults after turning 18. Poster Feng Zhongzhimeng blamed loan companies for capitalizing on financially vulnerable students. Quote, It's unethical to take advantage of students with no financial means. They obviously know that the students will never be able to pay off the loans. A while ago, commercial banks were blamed for issuing too many credit cards, and these loan companies are doing the exact same thing. It's a disgrace to the country's financial system. Another poster on Sina Weibo echoed a range of traditional Chinese values and prejudices regarding finances, families, and academics. Quote, "Should college students use credit cards to spend ahead? Absolutely not. They either ask their parents for help or try to make money themselves. It's wrong either way because students should focus on their studies instead of wasting time on part-time jobs. What would happen to our society if all college students work instead of studying while they still have the chance?" Many Chinese students and young workers rely on their parents for financial support well into their 20s. That form of in-family financial support is widely accepted, but Chinese society still holds highly conflicted feelings when it comes to credit, especially as regards young people.